So I started as an actor, and then I flew back to the U.S. in '96 to study film, and I started directing myself and producing them, and I had to cross between Hollywood actors and Filipino actors in the very beginning, because I thought I was going to release it here first, but I sold it in the U.S., made some money off that film, and then it just led me from one other investor that I kept on going on my sixth film.
Acting, producing, directing, all at the same time. And that's a big deal, you know. I mean, it's not easy to pull that off. And he did that, you know. And I mean, my hat's off to him for that.
Those are three different hats, very different hats that you have to
It's a lot of things to think about in one day.
Exactly.
You know.
How do you tend to balance that out and juggle those things?
Well, I do a lot of meditation. I have to be very patient with a lot of people. I'm actually like a psychologist on the set, understanding what's going on. I mean, I have like the grips fighting with the makeup people, or the sound guy fighting with the first AC. And so I have to sort of, as a producer, I have to help those remedy that situation and take that up and go back into concentrating on the direction of it. And if I have to take that up, now I'm focused on every moment, that whatever job I'm doing, I'm focused on it. I have to forget about producing, I forget about acting if I'm directing. If I'm acting, then I have to just turn on and just be the actor.
Just focus on that one aspect. As far as, what about the more personal side of things? Being a Filipino-American director in Hollywood, do you experience any sort of discrimination, or do you find it challenging? Do you find that there are still racial barriers that prohibit you or impede your growth?
Well, I've never really felt that, because I've always created my own destiny. You know, as a producer, you can create your own stuff, right? I mean, if I was just as an actor or as a director trying to get work, then it'd be a different story. But so I never felt it, because I was always the one making things happen.
There's a good old boys club in Hollywood, and there's a lot of knee slapping going on, and a lot of deals that are made at cocktail parties, and you know, somebody like Ace would definitely have a hard time working his way into a system, but that's why I would go to work for someone like him, because, you know, I like kind of the underdog aspect of things. I'm a big Brett Favre fan, for the same reason, you know, somebody who keeps trying. I think that's what Ace is all about, and, you know, you talk about racial prejudice or just crossing the barriers of different cultures, and it is pretty tough to get into the Hollywood system, be a Filipino or anything else other than what people are used to thinking is the way that it's supposed to be, or the normal director type that everybody thinks is the stereotype of what makes something great. And, you know, it's really, it has to be changed sooner or later. And if I can help to do that, I mean, this is a good movie, and we're going to try to do the best we can with it, but it's only the beginning of some other stuff we want to do.
Now, as someone who's been in the industry for some time as well, what's your advice to actors, despite what their background is? I mean, how do you make your talent be known and put it out there?
Well, I get asked that question a lot of times. I get asked for advice for young actors or directors and producers, and you know, I do believe in destiny, and I do believe that certain people are meant to do certain things and certain others aren't. But I think perseverance is the main thing. And if you just don't give up on something, I mean, you know, sooner or later it's got to happen. If you honestly believe it yourself and you can convince yourself of it, I think sooner or later it'll start manifesting itself in your life. But the entertainment business is hard. I mean, it's a really,
glamorous as everyone
no, it's not the
to
big
seem.
glamour show that you might think. It's really, I mean, you know, for God's sakes, you know what I'm talking about. You're on your own show, but it's really not what it's cracked up to be. It's
but
a
your
lot
guys'
of hard
world
work.
is totally, I mean, it's totally different. I mean, even actors and actresses here, I mean, they're in a different world with completely different set of pressures. And my hat's off to you guys who, you know, continue to play and run around in that playground.
There's the doing of it, and then you got to
difficult.
finish it, and then you got to get it out there. You know, there's all these steps you have to go through to finally have it see the light of day.
Right. Are you open to giving, both of you, also talks to aspiring Filipino filmmakers, actors around here, and also spreading, you know, the experience and the wisdom that you've gained throughout the years in
That's
showbiz?
exactly what I'm going to actually try to put together before Michael leaves, is really do a round table for, you know, the actors here locally, and if they want to know how to make it in Hollywood, or just, you know, the acting business in Hollywood, or as a filmmaker, you know, I really totally understand that aspect on how to make a movie in Hollywood. where, because I study from a script, from concept all the way to distribution and marketing. I mean, I go from all the way from the editing process, and that's why a movie takes 3 years for me, because I'm not just the director, I also have to produce it, and then after it's done and finished, I got to make sure that my investors make money off it, and then so it comes the marketing end of it.
We got sponsored by Gourmet's Coffee, you know, and Ernesto Escalari is a great entrepreneurial fella. And his coffee is a great coffee, you know, so it's not like I have to sit
Too
here
bad
and
we don't
talk
have
about
any of that in your mug.
I was going to say, well, you have the wrong mug.
Oh, yeah.
Not only are they empty, but they're the wrong kind.
We'll get some. I
But
promise the next time that you guys are over
you
here,
have a
I'll have something
sponsor.
special.
You have a sponsor like somebody like that, it helps an awful lot, you know. He really, he's kind of been the blueprint for, you know, what we need for sponsorship.
Well, okay, as far as your future plans and any stories or any bits of inspiration that have come up in this trip, as far as what you guys want to work on together next?
He's got an idea for a cop picture, and I have the same thought. And now that we've got a chance to spend some time together and get a little bit of exposure for what we're doing, I think we got 4 or 5 that we're talking about right now. It's just going to depend on how long it takes to put it together.
That's great. Now, if you guys had the choice, will you stay indie or will you go for, you know, that big blockbuster production? Do you think things, Michael, coming from someone who's experienced both, do you think a lot of things are compromised and you go blockbuster?
It's been kind of funny to me that, you know, when you go to film festivals where there's a lot of young filmmakers and they pretend to be proud of the fact that they're on the outside of things. And they take pride in the fact that they're independent, but in reality, they're trying to get in the door with the big shots. And I don't think they realize that once you get in that door, they're going to shut you down. And you're not really going to be able to do the kind of thing that you want to do that brought you there in the first place. And then again, nobody at the top is going to help you when you're on the way up. They only want to come and lend you a hand once you've made your own success on your own, which is kind of insidious, but, you know, I guess it's that way in any industry. It's not, you know, exclusively entertainment, but I guess getting in the mainstream is certainly desirable.
Well, both whether mainstream or indie, I hope that, you know, your movies are able to come to the Philippines and are able to spread the messages that they want to spread, the spiritual messages or whatever. Now, the film had its premiere on Friday, was it? And it will be playing
Saturday.
Saturday.
Oh, by the way, I got to correct also. I won the Action on Film International Film Festival, not the Cannes Film Festival.
Action on Film. Well,
Action
congratulations
on
on that.
Yes, thank you.
The film is playing now. It had its premiere on Saturday.
Saturday. And then, so if you want more information on when the next screening is going to be, or it's going to be on the website, outragemovie.com.
The next time, the real Manny Pacquiao will be there.
Right. Okay. we'll make that happen. We'll go over and stop over in Congress. You want to send him a message?
Manny, please come to the premiere or the screening with Michael Madsen.
And please, one day we cross our fingers for that Mayweather fight.
Right.
It'll never happen.
It'll never happen. Yeah. That's a shame. But any messages to the Filipino fans? Michael, we hope to see you back here again, and we hope that you get a chance to visit your friend Sirio.
How do you say it again? Mihal Kita.
Mahal.
Mahal Kita.
Mahal.
He's learning Tagalog.
Yeah, I know. I heard that you...
I know how to say I love vanilla. That's as far as I've got.
But you want to come back, and I hear that you're also looking at maybe investing in a residence here to bring your sons over?
Well, I have 5 boys, and, you know, I'm not real fond of the education that they're getting in America, and I would like to bring them to another culture and let them see other parts of the world and the way that other people live. And having an actual residence here and having a place to live would be the ideal way to do that. He's showing me some different areas and, you know, different kind of properties that are available. And, you know, something like that is a dream. And I'd like to believe I'm going to do it. And if the good Lord is with me, I guess I'll make it. And it's definitely something I've been thinking about. Yeah, I would like to try it.
Oh, well, I hope that works out for you. Ace
Actually, tomorrow we're going to Boracay because I'm going to show him there. He's never been there. We're staying at the Boracay Beach Club at Ariel's place.
I gotta be careful.
You've got to jump off that
cliff.
cliff.
Right?
I'm getting a big Filipino belly.
Well, don't worry. You'll have to.
You have to get the right angle on me. Coming up here.
That's why you kind of just sit in this chair and don't breathe. No, I'm just teasing. But have a great time in Boracay. You will think it's absolutely beautiful. There are a lot of other beaches as well in inclusion to Boracay that I think you'll enjoy. So come back. Ace, congratulations.
Yes,
Michael, congratulations, and good luck on the movie. Check out the website one more time.
OutrageMovie.com.
OutrageMovie.com. All right. Ace, Michael, thank you so much, guys, and enjoy the rest of the Philippines, your trip.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We'll have you back, and with coffee in your cup next time. Now coming up, another update from the stock market and your answers.